I can't tell you how many people we've had here that continue to take the pills, continue to take it because the tolerance builds up and you end up killing yourself because you put your lungs to sleep. That's what you do. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, he is receiving,
Suboxone is only something to prevent withdrawal, so you don't go through the madness of withdrawal.
He's consistently on through his outpatient treatment because his habit was so bad.
What was the drug of choice? Oxy?
This isn't just another probation plea. It's a high-stakes gamble between freedom and relapse. Judge Fleer's about to decide if one young man's recovery story is real or just another courtroom performance.
Tolerance builds up and you end up killing yourself because you put your lungs to sleep. That's what you do. Not to mention, how are you? It's expensive. Great to see you, Sonia. It's been a while. How are you? So we have Mr. Rooker.
yes, so we have, done the paperwork for a deferred.
You have what?
We've done the paperwork for a deferred.
Okay. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mom and Dad, you can come up. Or hold on. Hold on, guys. I don't know if it's ready yet. You okay?
It's regular supervisions.
For what?
Fernandez. He was selected professional chief of his training post. They have it as a label because he has to.
Yeah?
Yes.
Whoa. Oh, this is the one that we took in yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Do you have the people we're bringing on this property? All right, come on up, guys. Thank you so much for coming, guys. You're entering into a very you're entering into a very serious agreement now, Mr. Rooker. And if you think that the way that you've acted while you're on bond, it's gonna work like this while you're on probation, you're very mistaken. It's not going to. I'm telling you now, the agreement that you enter into, while it's great if you can complete it because you don't end up with a conviction, you give up nearly every right known to man by entering into this deferred. If you violate any condition, you were looking at an entire year in jail. So do you understand? So is he living with you guys now?
Yeah.
Because I can't do this alone. While he's been on bond, it's been a veritable nightmare, trying to even get him here. How are you going to be able to make this when you can't even make it to court?
The judge isn't playing around. A deferred sentence means Rooker walks free only if he follows every rule, one slip, and that second chance turns into a year behind bars. Would you risk it?
Your Honor, so his situation has drastically changed. He has gone to inpatient rehab. He is currently in outpatient supportive treatment that he attends 3 times a week. He's been opioid free for 6 months now. He is working. He has his own vehicle, so things are very different. And he has moved back. So,
If I send him for a drug test now, what's going to happen?
I'm gonna show it for THC. But I'll make sure.
Unacceptable. No means no. I'm going to tell you, I want to send him to TRAS today. If you test positive one more time for anything, you will be looking at an inpatient rehab facility in the jail. It's a minimum of 9 to 10 months. If you respond well to treatment, you could be in there for about 1.5 years. If you continue to use. And I don't care what it is, whether it's CBD, whether it's oil, whether it's a vape pen, whether it's pills, whether it's a joint, I don't care. No means no. Do you understand?
Sure.
Mind over matter is what it amounts to. I cannot comprehend how you can let this thing take a hold of you so much so that everything else falls by the wayside. Mind over matter. That's what it's about. And if you ever have the feeling where I'm going to use, you either get in contact with us, you get in contact with probation, you get in just if you use, it could very well cost you about 1.5 years of your life next time. Do you understand?
That right there, no means no, hits hard. It's less about punishment, more about survival. The judge sounds like someone who's seen too many overdoses end in tragedy. What would you tell Rooker right now?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, he is receiving,
Suboxone is only something to prevent withdrawal, so you don't go through the madness of withdrawal.
He's consistently on it for his outpatient treatment because his habit was so bad.
What was the drug of choice? Oxy?
Practicing is fentanyl.
You know that all you need is the little amount of your pinky, and it covers you. I can't tell you how many people we've had here that continue to take the pills, continue to take it because the tolerance builds up and you end up killing yourself because you put your lungs to sleep. That's what you do. Not to mention, how are you? It's expensive to even do this. How are you even getting the money to do it? Are you working?
Sorry.
What do you do?
Reception.
Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir.
He's living with you now?
Yes.
Okay. While he's on probation, he must stay living with you guys. Okay. And I think that it's probably a good idea to have a curfew while he's on probation so that he's not out in the middle of the night. You are not allowed to hang out with any of your old friends. You hang out with the wrong crowd, you're going to end up doing the same thing.
We currently have him on the curfew.
Now it'll be a part of the probation though, so that he has to adhere to it. And will adhere to we can make it a condition. Anything that you want, we can put it on there as well. So no weapons. If you know of a certain person that he's not supposed to hang around with, let us know. We can make that a part so he's not hanging around with these people. Can't go out at night. No going to any parties. No going to any bars. Hanging out with people who are either convicted felons or of a bad character. So I will let you guys get with Shatoria. You let us know, and then we can make it anything. What do you think is the appropriate time he should be home?
So we had him on, during the week, a 12 o'clock schedule,
At midnight?
yeah.
Oh, no.
That's only because.
Good work.
He works.
Get off at 11.
So,
Houston Community College doesn't stay open until 11 o'clock.
but
So,
he has a
well, afterwards.
girlfriend. But he, so his girlfriend,
Yeah, but afterwards, like last week with the events, some days we'll stay after.
not often, but there are times where they have events, but typically the building.
You will have to show what the event is, the time that it ends, and then you get approval. But 10 o'clock is your curfew. I don't want you to 10 o'clock. You take baby steps to earn trust. Trust isn't something that we just give to you. You have continually broken our trust. So I don't want you to do anything to drive you back into the old Mr. Rooker, because it's unacceptable. And the only thing we want is we don't want you to kill yourself. That's all we want. Everyone here, you have a lot to live for. Life is great. The more money you have in life, the better life is. You get to buy nice things. You get to take nice vacations. You go on a cruise. You go, wherever it may be, Hawaii, wherever it may be. But that only happens with money. And you get money with education, with knowledge. not what you've been doing. The agreement that you have worked out is a 13-month deferred. This is a type of probation that, like I said, if you complete successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. But like I said, you give up the right to a trial, compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers, right to be arraigned. You give up the right to appeal. So once you enter into this agreement, you are stuck with this until you either complete it successfully or you violate. You violate this agreement, I'm going to issue a warrant. I'm going to put you in custody, bring you back out, and we're going to talk about what you did to violate. And if you could be looking at an entire year. Do you understand? For you to complete this successfully, you must do a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess supportive outpatient treatment, if they assess inpatient treatment, I don't know. But you understand. No drugs, alcohol, random testing, $100 one-time donation to the family violence provider. You just do Houston Area Women's Center. No weapons, and no harassing, threatening, or abusive contact with Guajardo. Curfew 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. You must also do what's called the Batters Intervention Prevention Program. This is an 18-week class that you must go once a week for 18 weeks. Do you understand? The worst possible thing you can do is just take off. That's an immediate warrant. We can always work through any problems, and it's never about the money. I don't care about the money. It's you doing what you're saying you're going to do, staying out of trouble, and be nice. It's not hard, especially with these probation officers. You go to a probation officer, you make your appointment at 3:30 in the afternoon, you go over there, they're already going to be stressed out because they deal with all these other people. You go in there with a bunch of issues, it's probably not going to go well. You understand? Anything else you think that we should address? I'm going to waive all the fees, so it doesn't have to pay for anything. With regard to if they do any kind of like intensive outpatient, I'd like to try to qualify for, funding.
Yes, sir.
We're going to try to keep everything to a minimum as far as money, but you test positive. Do you understand? I want him tested today, and then let's test again in 50 days.
Okay.
I'm testing you again in 50 days. If you test positive for weed again, you know what happens. Do you understand? How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'm not going to find you guilty, Mr. Rooker. I'm going to withhold that for 13 months. As part of this agreement, the assault is going to be the assault is dismissed, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Rooker, I wish you the best of luck. Make it work.
So in the end, Rooker gets 13 months of deferred probation. No conviction if he stays clean. One mistake, and it's jail. It's a tough deal, but a fair shot at redemption. What's your take on this ruling? Drop a comment, hit like, and subscribe for more dramatic courtroom moments.
Okay? All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you.